Have you ever heard of a plant that seems to be able to cheat death? This is not a joke or a myth. It is about a real, almost magical power that has helped people on a small Japanese island forget about aging and illness for hundreds of years. Imagine a place where aging seems to pause, where people live long lives full of energy and vitality, all without expensive medicines, exercise routines, or dietary restrictions. The secret lies in one extraordinary plant. It's not just green. It glows yellow, like liquid sunlight. And when you cut a leaf in the morning, it grows back by the next day, as if reminding you, life goes on. The locals call it the tomorrow leaf. And this name is not a poetic image. It's an instruction. Stories about it date back long before modern discoveries. It is said that when the island was a place of exile, people sent there were those society wanted to forget. Political prisoners, criminals, inconvenient nobles. They were supposed to suffer. They were supposed to die. But according to the elders, these people didn't just survive. They lived longer than their persecutors, longer than emperors, and longer than anyone on the mainland. They did this by eating this plant every day. It grew where nothing else could survive, on volcanic rocks, amidst wind, rain, and humidity so intense that most crops would rot at the root. But Ashitaba thrived. The more it was cut, the stronger it grew, as if nature itself placed it there as an eternal source of strength. It is said that this plant didn't just give strength, it taught the body to heal itself. Illnesses came less often, energy returned faster, and anyone who touched its leaf felt an unusual lightness and vigor, as if their cells instinctively knew how to stay young. And this is not a fairy tale. Modern studies show that the plant's yellow sap contains a unique compound capable of triggering a process scientists call autophagy, a cellular cleansing of the body. But back on the island, nobody knew these complicated terms. People simply ate the leaf, and the innate wisdom of the body did the rest. Imagine adding this leaf to your soup, tea, or meal every day, and your body begins a process that science now calls the secret of longevity. It's as if nature itself had given you a key to energy and health that has been used for centuries. And it's all so simple. No pills, no expensive supplements, no complicated programs. Just the tomorrow leaf. Legends say that this plant's effects on health were so powerful that once, an 18th century shogun ordered it to be grown on the mainland and strictly forbade its export, so rivals could not access it. He realized it wasn't just a herb, it was a strategic resource that grants strength and longevity. And here's something even more amazing. Although modern science has only recently begun to study it seriously, and the compound in its yellow sap has proven capable of cleansing cells and preventing disease, it is almost unavailable to the American market. Fresh Ashitaba isn't sold in supermarkets, and many people have never even tried it. Stories of the plant's miraculous power remain hidden, as if the system itself tried to forget it. But those who know where to look can grow it at home. This plant is remarkably unpretentious. It can thrive where other crops fail and restore strength with every new leaf. Cut it today. It grows back tomorrow. And this repeats again and again. It seems almost unbelievable that something so simple and accessible could be hidden from the world for hundreds of years. Yet the simplest things are sometimes the strongest. Some island elders joke that Ashitaba leaves don't just regrow. They seem to say, if you want to live better, learn to take care of yourself every day. And therein lies probably the greatest secret. The plant's power is not in miraculous properties, but in consistency, attention, and trust in nature. Every leaf is a small act of self-care repeated across centuries. Ashitaba is more than a plant. It is a living legacy of long livers, a symbol of a mystery discovered not by laboratories, but by life itself. And although it may sound incredible to most people, those who try it feel the effect instantly. Lightness, vitality, an extraordinary sense of strength within, as if every cell in the body whispers, "We are ready to perform better than yesterday." Have you ever thought that your cells might be able to clean themselves, like tiny housekeepers, without your help and without pills? It sounds unbelievable, yet on a remote Japanese island, people have been using a plant for centuries that does exactly that. The yellow leaves of ashitaba are not just greens. They are almost like a small miracle that triggers cellular cleansing, removes damaged components, and acts like an internal warning system for your body. Hey, something's wrong here. Let's fix it before it's too late. Scientists in Austria and Japan began studying this process and discovered a compound in the plant's sap that exists nowhere else on Earth. It was named 4,4-dimethylcalcone, or simply DMC. And although it sounds like a string of strange letters, the essence is incredibly simple. It helps cells clean themselves without fasting, without diets, and without restrictions. Just one leaf, and your cells seem to receive a signal to switch on their built-in sanitation control. Some researchers compare this to processes that pharmaceutical companies try to replicate by spending billions of dollars to create expensive drugs. But here, everything is different. Nature has already created a ready-made solution that works without chemicals and laboratories. Just a leaf that grows back by the next morning, as if nature itself is giving you a chance to start again. What's truly striking is this. Although the plant has been studied scientifically for only a few decades, traditional observations have confirmed its effects for centuries. Elders of Okinawa say that ashitaba was part of every meal, and they noticed something remarkable. Those who ate the leaves daily fell ill less often, had more energy, and lived longer. Diseases such as diabetes, heart problems, and physical weakness appeared less frequently, and old age seemed to retreat. Not magic, not a miracle, just nature at work, and proper nourishment repeated daily across generations. Locals say the tomorrow leaf doesn't just heal the body, it teaches self-care. When you take a leaf, feel its freshness, its slightly bitter taste, somewhere between parsley and celery, it feels as though the plant is saying, "I'm here to help, if you're ready to listen." And those who truly listened often lived to 100 and beyond, remaining active and energetic. Stories of the long-lived are astonishing. Some say the elderly of Okinawa could work in gardens or fields almost until the very end of their lives, without fatigue, climbing steep slopes with ease, joking and laughing as if the years meant nothing to them. When scientists arrived on the islands, they were stunned. They expected to find people who simply ate healthy food, not something truly unique. Instead, they found entire communities whose cells functioned like clockwork, thanks to a simple leaf growing on volcanic rocks. Now consider why this plant is almost unknown in the rest of the world. In America, it is nearly impossible to find. Fresh ashitaba is not sold in stores. Powders labeled "not for human consumption" are sometimes imported, but the real experience is missing. The plant's story seems hidden behind a curtain, even though its power has been known to people for hundreds of years. Some say the reason is simple. The plant cannot be patented, and therefore no one can earn billions from it. It simply gives strength, health, and longevity, without profit for large corporations. Imagine the contrast. While pharmaceutical companies spend billions trying to imitate a process that already exists in nature, an ordinary person on Okinawa simply cuts a leaf, adds it to soup, and lives longer than most people in the world. It feels almost shocking that such a simple and accessible way to improve life remains hidden. And here's another incredible fact. The leaves grow back every day. Cut one in the morning. By evening, new growth is already visible. This is not a metaphor. Each leaf is a reminder that life goes on and that your body is capable of renewal if you give it the right tools and don't interfere. Locals joke that the leaves literally whisper, "You're not alone. I'm here for you." Ashitaba also combines something rare among plants: high levels of vitamins, antioxidants, and unique compounds that support immunity, slow aging, and help the body cope with stress. But all of this works only with consistent daily use. This is not one-time magic. It is a ritual that builds health over years. Some scientists believe that if the world had discovered this secret in time, millions of people could have improved their health without medications or complex procedures. But the story of Ashitaba is a reminder that the most valuable knowledge is often hidden in ordinary things, in simple actions humanity has considered commonplace for centuries. And that is its true magic: simplicity, accessibility, and the power of nature that few things can rival. And if you think this is only about health, think again. It's about the possibility of living longer, more actively, and more joyfully, about the idea that your body is capable of restoring and renewing itself if given the chance. Every cell, every leaf, every drop of yellow sap is an invitation to a dialogue with your own body. This is the true power of Ashitaba. It doesn't sell miracles, demand complex systems, or promise instant change. It works quietly but steadily with the body, reminding you: live, recover, listen, and you may live the way the island's long livers have lived for centuries.